The entire entertainment world continues to be shaken by the heartbreaking loss of Cleto Escobedo Sr., a man whose influence reached far beyond music, shaping the emotional heartbeat of countless lives. And as everyone gathered for his deeply moving funeral, the atmosphere felt heavy with sorrow, yet filled with love, admiration, and overwhelming respect for one of the most beloved figures in the music community. And the moment that has taken fans across the world by complete surprise came when Jimmy Kimmel, Cleto Jr.'s longtime friend and collaborator, stepped forward to deliver a tribute so deeply emotional, so raw, and so filled with personal memories that the entire room was left speechless. From the second Jimmy approached the podium, it was clear that this wasn't going to be just a routine eulogy. It was going to be a heart-shattering, once-in-a-lifetime farewell to a man who had become like family to him. And when Jimmy began speaking, his voice trembled as he shared stories that the public had never heard before. Stories that revealed just how important Cleto Sr. had been to the entire Jimmy Kimmel Live family. He talked about the early days when he first met Cleto Jr. and how quickly he realized that the source of Cleto Jr.'s musical talent, kindness, and humility came directly from his father, a man who radiated positivity wherever he went. Jimmy described how Cleto Sr. would often stand backstage before every show, giving quiet encouragement, cracking small jokes, and reminding the band to have fun no matter how stressful the day had been, and how his presence created a calm, warm energy that kept the entire studio grounded. As Jimmy continued, he revealed deeply personal stories, like how Cleto Sr. once comforted a crew member who was dealing with a family crisis, staying with them for hours after the show, offering wisdom, support, and heartfelt advice, proving that his heart was far bigger than the stage he played on. Jimmy shared how Cleto Sr. would show up early, long before the cameras rolled, just to make sure everyone, musicians, producers, writers, even interns, felt included, welcomed, and appreciated. And he explained that although Cleto Sr. wasn't famous in the traditional sense, he had become a quiet legend behind the scenes, the kind of man whose influence shaped the spirit of the entire show without ever asking for recognition. The room grew heavier with emotion as Jimmy recalled the very last conversation he had with Cleto Sr., describing how they laughed, joked, and shared a tender moment that he now realizes was a priceless gift, one he will cherish forever. Photos of Cleto's life continued playing behind the podium, photos of him performing at family gatherings, photos of him raising his children with pride, photos of him playing saxophone at sunset, smiling at the world with eyes full of love. And these images only made the atmosphere more emotional, with guests wiping tears as they remembered how Cleto's presence always lit up every space he entered. Jimmy then shared one of the most touching details of all, that Cleto Sr. would often tell him, "Take care of my boy," referring to Cleto Jr., and Jimmy admitted that he felt honored to witness the powerful bond between father and son, a relationship built on music, loyalty, and unconditional love. As Jimmy struggled to hold back tears, he said, "Cleto, you didn't just make music, you made lives better." And at that moment, the entire venue erupted into heartfelt sobs, because everyone knew those words were true. Musicians then performed a breathtaking tribute using Cleto's favorite melodies, and the sound echoed through the room like a final, beautiful goodbye, with every note carrying Cleto's spirit, joy, and unmatched passion for music. As the tribute reached its peak, Cleto Jr. placed his hand on his father's casket, and the room fell into a deep silence. A silence so emotional that many people covered their faces as they cried, knowing they were witnessing a moment that would be remembered forever. Family members embraced one another, legends of the music world shared tearful hugs, and fans outside the venue bowed their heads in respect, proving that Cleto Sr.'s legacy extends far beyond the stage. His legacy is in the laughter he created, the hope he offered, the music he dedicated his life to, and the countless souls he uplifted. As the funeral ended, attendees walked into the sunlight, feeling changed, repeating the same words again and again. Cleto's spirit will never die. His music will live forever.